I've got a small little dink. This is known.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
even choose
Cheers.
the one with the side. Cheers, brother. I knew I liked you. I knew
We felt it.
There was more about you. Exactly, dude.
Hey,
welcome to Glendale Subaru.
Hey, are you looking for...
Yeah, Strider Wilson, he's on the pod, yeah. Yeah, Strider Wilson, he's on the pod, yeah. Yeah, Strider Wilson, he's on the pod. And he's got a mean AI voice. Do the voice.
I'm happy to be here on the pod today. Happy to be here reporting on 2 a.m. Happy to be here on the pod today.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Content with Shane Hartline. Just like every single past episode of this extraordinary, award-winning, asterisk on screen, not yet award-winning podcast, docuseries, video blog, feature film. Every past episode of Content is special. Hey everybody, welcome back to Content. Today's a very special episode, just like every past episode of Content, but I'm very excited for this episode. I'm surrounded in the city of dreams. I'm surrounded in the city of angels with so many talented, funny people. Absolutely, I'm not envious of and in no way jealous of. And one of those people is our guest today, Mr. Strider Wilson. Strider Wilson is a comedian. He has a special out currently on YouTube called Making Memories. You should definitely check it out. We'll be talking about that today, but also we're gonna be talking about his view on life. I think this guy, and I'm not even exaggerating, I think this guy legit has it figured out. And that's a little teaser for this episode, and I can't wait to, if you don't know Strider, I'm sure most of you do if you're tuning in. But if you don't, you're gonna get to know why I think he's such an impressive human being. I think he's such a great dude, and yeah, what else is happening? Let's keep setting up the podcast. What else is happening? We announced yesterday over on the After We Wrap podcast, our friend Jana Lee Ortiz is taking a little break from the podcast. It's a goodbye for now, not a goodbye forever. Change is scary, man. And I think there's a lot of change happening in the world right now. I'm not gonna get into politics. Don't even try it. But there's a lot of change happening, and change is scary. What can we do in this change? I don't know. You tell me. One of the questions I'm gonna ask my friend Strider today is like, in times of change, in times of stress and high emotion, what can we do to keep focused? And there's a reason I'm gonna ask him. And if you do know Strider, you already probably know. He's the raw dog captain. And what I mean by that, you know the meme, I'm gonna save it for the episode. He created one of the biggest memes of 2024 is what I'm gonna say. And we're gonna dive into that. Really excited. Back to After We Wrap. I'm like I expressed on the episode, if you're coming over and you're like kind of cross-pollinating the podcast, which is what we kind of want to do here, then you know my feelings. I'm feeling a lot. I don't want people to abandon the ship. We put a lot of work in to get it where it is. But change can also be exciting. Yeah, I just don't want it to end because I think we've created something really, really fun, and I like making it or help making it possible. I'm gonna keep setting up. My friend Strider Wilson should be here shortly. Kyle, get out.
Okay.
I'm gonna fart. I need a fart, and I don't want you in here.
Okay, sounds good.
Sits right here. Nobody's sitting here, and he didn't move the whole night. But I also, when the night was over, I was like, why didn't you fucking say something?
Yeah, that's true. Exactly. You go, how much of this is actually on me? But no, I don't blame you. You're a nice guy.
Yeah, but okay, you're the type of guy I feel like has the solution for these kinds of situations. If I'm sitting there and my friend sits here next to me, what's the move?
You gotta, dude, that's a great call. Great cue. How do you keep the vibe up if your boy's too close to you, dude? You just got to talk about, some sort of illness that you have, dude. You're like,
illness,
dude,
illness.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I have this really contagious, super contagious rash, dude. I just got back from
Guatemala.
Guatemala. Dude, that's so funny. I was gonna say for some reason Guatemala was the move.
And I don't know.
Jungles of Guatemala.
Are we canceled now in Guatemala?
Yeah, Guatemalans hate us. Question. We're done. We can never order their coffee again. Which would be tragic. It's like the thing where the same type of dude who sat too close to you is that the same dude who chooses the middle urinal? Like at work? Urinals are typically 3, right? Mm-hmm. There's a smaller one, then the 2. And if all of them are open, would you ever choose the middle? Just based on odds of somebody coming in.
Oh, I always choose the one that I'm like gives a space for like. So I do the right one.
Yes, exactly. You do the right one. I've got a small little dink. This is known.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
even choose
Cheers.
the one with the side. Cheers, brother. I knew I liked you. I knew
We felt it.
There was more about you. Exactly, dude. Exactly.
Dink.
Like that's also the thing too. Like I can sit in the middle of a couch because I've got the small dink. I
Yeah.
have no problem. And as a
Yeah.
tall guy, I can ride in the middle seat on
Yeah,
a
yeah,
plane.
yeah.
My wife sits on the aisle. I sit in the middle.
I mean, truthfully, I've never seen another dink, so I don't know how to compare mine to other dinks. But what I do know is I feel like, based on, lunchroom chatter, that there are bigger dinks out there.
Yes, yes.
But
I've
I
heard
do know
the way my friends please women, and I'm not capable.
Yeah. I've heard the noises.
Yeah.
But I do know that I don't want to risk someone looking over and judging it. That's always the case, especially when a big old boy walks in.
Yes. Yes.
But dude,
Imagine being a tight end and having a small weenie, dude. Like, what if Kelsey's got a small little weenie, dude?
I bet he does, man. I bet he
I
does.
think Taylor likes him.
Yeah, Taylor. Yeah, exactly. He's nice. He's
Yeah.
a nice, fun guy. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
I mean, in that instance, I feel, I was going to say something. I'm not even going to.
let it rip, dude.
You know what this,
I'm gonna get you canceled today. First Guatemala.
I knew this.
already got you canceled in Guatemala.
Guatemala,
Now,
the Swifties.
yeah, the Swifties, you're out, dude. Yeah,
you know-
exactly.
You know what the urinal talk made me think of, and this is how much we have progressed as a society. There was a computer game back in the day, and this was the premise of the computer game. Mid 90s, late 90s,
Great era.
solid. Except for this, there was a game that was simply urinals, and you pick the right one based on where other guys are standing to make sure you're not gay.
No.
That was the game. That was the computer game. So
They're gonna remake it. It's gonna come back.
Yeah.
Now
I mean,
it's gonna
now
come back.
it's coming
now
back.
It's coming back. Wait.
official intro. Strider Wilson, thank you for being here, man.
Shane, thanks for having
Dude,
me,
long
bro.
time coming. You're without a doubt. I was touching on this briefly in the intro, but you got it figured out, man. Outside it looking in more ways than one, I really think you've got it figured out. I think like your way of looking at life is so back to basics and so at its core what I think. I mean, the name of this podcast is called Content. It is what I'm constantly feel like I'm striving for, is to be content, which
Yes.
is something I feel like you've got figured out on a boy's level. Like, when did you find this enlightenment?
I would say probably, dude, and you know what it comes down to? I think it's just, we do comedy. I don't know how much.
That's how we met, actually.
Yes. We've done like some shows with our boy, I think Brian Hunt back in the day, our buddy David. So we've done some fun stuff. But I would say content is right where my goal has always just been, and I still have the day job. Very grateful for it. Parking whips, scoring fat tips. What up, dude? Valet. So, but I just want to be like, because I love attention and being funny, like the funny guy. So that's really where it lies, is if I'm getting attention and laughs, that's what fuels me. So I want that.
Love you so much is you're honest about that, and I feel like a lot of people in this business aren't. They're the first to say, and I will always call them out on their bullshit. They're like, no, I'm in this for the art.
No.
I don't care about being famous. I want to be. At the core, we all kind of are in this because there's a small part of us that is craving attention on a massive scale.
Yes. Love from my parents isn't enough. I need love from everyone, every
Facts.
stranger. I need it. I gotta
Everyone
have it.
I meet.
But to be content, it's like, I loved Will Ferrell growing up. That was my dude. I still love Will Ferrell. So I was like, okay, he went to Groundlings. Okay, I'm gonna go take classes at Groundlings. Okay, he did this or whatever. And then from there, you meet people like you, and then you go and work and you're collaborative. And that's like so much fun. It's just meeting great people. Of course, you meet a few dicks along the way. You don't work with them again, but you by and large, it's all been great people like yourself and others. But yeah, you work with them, you make some creative stuff, and that's all I'm trying to do. Like make funny videos with my friends and hopefully get paid doing it, which is very hard and it's very competitive and it's ever changing. When you started, when I started, and you might have started even before me, there was no Instagram or podcasting or anything.
It was in its infant stages. YouTube was basically the only place to put out stuff. But even before then, I don't know when you started making content. Even before then, it was like finding the ways to showcase myself on a massive scale was such a. I've lost like I think the fun in that like back in my. I mean, this camera was the first camera I made content on. Like back then, it was like, hey, can I show this at the end of class? Like that was my audience.
Yeah.
Or somehow weaseling it onto the morning show at school.
Yes.
Or whatever way I could like find the most massive audience I could for whatever kind of content I was making was the challenge then. And I feel like people really take it for granted now. Like it's norm, which is, it is not a normal thing to have access to this much.
Yeah. It's like crazy. Like, I mean, it's been covered territory, but it's like, look what I ate today is content. But some people are good at that shit, dude.
Yeah.
Some people I'm like, well, dude, I watched this video that was amazing. Or
Yeah,
it's
what do
like
you
this.
consume? What is your like go-to right now?
It's a lot of my wife and I's love language. I think is sending each other dog videos. Like that's our love language. Like I see a cute dog, I send it to her. But I love, dude. I'm obsessed right now with the online manosphere. I'm like obsessed with this alpha male content, dude. These guys, they crack like the guy. It's like that AI voice that you hear. Where it's like go to Guatemala on a retreat with like-minded alpha males. Only don't drink coffee. Drink blueberries better than coffee. Wake up at 2 a.m. Kiss your friend Kyle. Hey, go to bed at 2 a.m. I'm like, dude, what is this? Like all this. Like, dude, I'm upset. Like the optimal dudes. I'm like, dude, they're the most annoying guy. Like, they give up drinking, but for annoying reasons.
Like, what's his name? Fucking
Andy Elliott, my boy.
No, the Boston actor.
Wahlberg.
Wahlberg.
Oh yeah, bro.
Like,
the bless
bro,
up.
chill.
That's what I'm saying, dude. He's part of. Stay blessed. And then he's totally like
waking up at 4 a.m. Waking up at 4 a.m.
That's what I mean, dude. Just calm down. Like,
yeah,
we're not all getting up at 4 a.m. Like, if we're getting through the day and your relationships are taken care of, like you're solid. You're content. You're solid. But also Wahlberg, and I love Wahlberg, dude. I love his movies. Mark, he's the man. But like him slinging the prayer app, so funny. Like Joel Osteen needs one of those. Like, dude, like who I impersonate.
Yeah.
Like I need to get on there, like, and just like. Want to get closer to God? Give me 50 cents. I'll make sure your prayer gets there. It's like insane, dude. It's insane. But like that's what I'm obsessed with right now. Like I love hate watching that stuff. The characters are so funny. And then cooking, dude. I love.
You really?
I'm not a good cook. I'm not talented, but I enjoy cooking. I like to put on a little music, maybe freak dance with the wife a little bit while we're cooking. But I love watching these videos, dude.
So you have I don't have. God bless my wife. She'll cook, but I don't have the patience to cook. Like I'm again, I'm not a fucking content person, so I'm just like I need to eat so I can get on to the next thing.
Right.
But
that's the thing. You need to look at cooking as the thing. It's like this is the thing that I'm doing now, and I'm like I'm gonna take 40 minutes, and I'm not making any crazy. My wife's a vegetarian, so it's pretty easy. You know what I mean? Prep and stuff like that. But like. Yeah, the tunes, hang out, and like I like to allot that time. It's nice.
It is important. I wish that it's hard for me. Like, man, I think the more I do in this business, like in the sense of creating projects or whatever it may be, like it is hard for me to quiet my mind. Like, so I think that any time, one of the past guests that I feel like him and I are kindred spirits is our boy Sethward, and I feel like we're like kindred spirits in that any time that I'm not actively pursuing the thing, like it feels wasted to me, and I know that that's actually very counterproductive because I do experience burnout from here and there.
Yeah.
But I feel like what I'm always striving for is like a place of financial like security, and then when I'm not in that place, like where I'm feeling comfortable, I do feel like if I'm playing a video game, there's always this voice in my head. Maybe it's like, and my dad was never like this. Like I'm curious, like what your parents were like, but my dad was never like this. But like he was this created multiple successful businesses, and like so there's this voice in my head that he was never even really like, but this voice that's like you could be utilizing this time instead of playing that video game to like
for sure
for this other thing that you're neglecting. And
no, that's real stuff, dude. I think that's like great. I've jokingly defined success as playing Xbox with no guilt. I'm like, dude. I'm like, bro, if I can game and have no guilt and be like, everything's paid for, wife's happy, just made love and dinner
Quiet
with the
the
wife.
noise.
Bills are paid. Like, and then now I'm going to fucking gank, 13-year-olds online and call them bitches, dude. Oh,
without a noise in your head.
Yeah,
But
teach them a lesson and be like, oh, yeah.
But the tears of that teenager.
They're cured. It's like Phoenix tears from Harry Potter.
Dude,
They're curing for the soul.
Nailed it. If I could get to a place where I could play video game without the feeling of guilt, that is my success.
That's success. But dude, I hear you, bro, where you're like, you're not even gonna, or you book a vacation and then sometimes in the back of your head, you'll be like, oh, dude, we're going to Guatemala.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I can probably do some content there, do this or that. It's like,
dude,
but you have to have, and it's so tough, but it will be better. Like, especially for stand-up, I've found that when I get away from comedy, that's when stuff will start flowing. So it is still annoying where I'll be like, okay, let me write a little bit, but at night and in like a allotted amount of time, but like window, but like being like, okay, I'm putting the camera down. I'm not doing like a video or like that. And I think it is good. It is, it's just important to give yourself the gift of that. Not needing to be like, let me be creative now because you're like you said it, you'll be less productive overall.
Yeah.
Then if you just take those times to do nothing, then when you get back to work,
I think there's this fear that we do know is not real in the back of our head. There's this fear that if we don't water the plant's gonna die. If we don't like continue to feed the beast, like for me, it's so funny you say that about vacation. I went on my honeymoon recently and I burned myself out before it, editing and getting all my content ready. And then even while I was gone, it was like, okay, I still got to post this. I still got to, like, it's like, I mean, this content game for me has been such a part of me for 15, 20 years at this point that like, there is this, I don't think it's a fear. It's more of, it might be a fear. It might be, what happens if I do disappear for a month?
Yeah.
I've never done that with my online presence. Like, I don't know what that would look like, but like, I do know it probably would be healthy to take a break, but there's this like stupid fear that we're designed or like we've been engineered to feel that if you disappear, you lose it all.
Yeah, exactly.
All the momentum.
Yeah.
Why did I go into Trump there? All the momentum.
It's gone.
But
no, dude, it's true. That's a good point. You know what helped me with that was food poisoning. Bro, I got food poisoning and I was like, nothing matters.
Do you want to give me food poisoning?
Dude, I'll tell you where to go. Get a golf course burrito at DeBell. Eat the bacon. And you're going to be in trouble, bro. Get the gray bacon burrito. Hey, can I get the gray bacon burrito? You, my friend, everything else is out the window. Everything else is at your body, but everything else is out
Is that the worst case of food poisoning you've ever had?
Ever in my life.
Dude,
I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy.
I had, I think the worst you can get, E. coli. I got E. coli
Oh, dude.
from Chili's, a Chili's hot dog.
I love Chili's.
I love me some Chili's.
I'm the dog at Chili's. You got the dog?
I was 10 years old. No, 12 years old.
Okay.
But it was like almost life-threatening. It was such bad food poisoning. And it was like so quick too. I had it and within 2 hours I was like both ends.
Yes.
It was a party.
You scream the Screaming Eagle's what it's called. Nobody taught me that. It's called the Screaming Eagle, dude. When it's coming out, bugs. It's a brutal thing. I was experiencing it this past weekend, and yeah, bro, it comes on quick.
Oh, this was this recent,
dude. It was a round of golf. I had the burrito, played golf.
Yeah.
Came home.
Boom.
My life changed.
Yeah.
And dude, health is wealth, dude. Like health will tell you like nothing fucking matters. Like like posting and your schedule. And so if we can just get to that point, obviously without food poisoning or being like, it's important to have a schedule. It's important to have deadlines. It is important to be disciplined with it, but what's the balance? Mm-hmm. And it's tough to find it because, dude, the internet is a never-ending. Feeding the beast is what we call it. Feed the beast. You got to keep feeding the beast. Feed the machine.
He's a hungry beast.
Another video, never enough.
Another comedy special.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, the special, bro, is great. So thank you for bringing that up. Dude, Making Memories is out. Please watch it.
Yes.
Free on YouTube.
I was at the taping, the second taping.
Yeah, and you had the denim jacket crew, dude. I remember that.
It was so funny. I showed up, and then 3 other people that were meeting, we all had blue jean jackets. And we're like, well, we do have to sit together now. Like,
I've got cool friends, dude. You guys are cool. That's a cool look.
But, dude, no, I mean, talking about feeding the beast, it is a part of it, especially with comedy. And you did the thing. You made a special, dude. Incredible.
Dude, it was so much fun. It was a challenge. But now it's like, it's funny. You do this hour of work. You're like, I was like, okay, I need to build up, extend myself to get an hour. And then, but the part that matters most is like, okay, now clip it up and get some clips. Baby, get the clip. Like, it's so funny.
It's never
just
enough.
Get something to pop.
Yep.
So it's like, you think, oh, the special's out. It's like, no, the special's out. Now let's hustle. Let's go sell some insurance, baby. Ask everyone to post about it and talk about it. So,
yeah, I mean, something. I know you know like how crazy it is a part of your special, and I'm curious how it sparked, because I want that would my follow up question to what I'm about to say is like the raw dog. You are the inventor of that, the raw dog captain, and
it's my merch, dude.
Absolutely, go get it. Yep. Link in the description. But you created that, and it is a part of your special, but it kind of it went crazy. It was easily one of the biggest memes of 2024.
Yeah.
How did it spark? Because you shot the special, but it hadn't come out yet. Was it a clip? Like, what happened?
Dude, so I was been doing that bit for like 2 years, since July.
Okay.
And then it was like a don't tell comedy show where I did it. And this fan was there, and I used to do it. And I never said raw dogging in it, but I had this idea about when I was in the plane, it's the perfect place just to think. Like, why am I going to waste, like I'm in an altitude, I'm close to death.
Shut
it's high
everything
stake thoughts.
down.
Yeah, exactly. And then this guy who's actually a professional dancer, this dude named Ryan, he's like, dude, I love that you're raw dogging up in there. And I'm like, that's amazing, bro. So
what a gift.
He said it to me just randomly. And then from then on was just doing that bit forever. And then it took off this year in June because like, I don't know, like, dude, someone must have seen a clip. Like the clip has been on the internet for a couple years, never did anything. Like talk about feeding the machine, never did anything. And then it just took a life of its own.
Incredible.
And so then I was like, dude, this bit is what like,
you got to capitalize on it.
I'm like, let's go. So reached out to friends, was able to like try to capitalize as much as I could. Maybe it brought more eyeballs to the special. I don't know, selling hats, whatever. But yeah, dude, like it just took this whole entire life of its own. And I think that's part of this online manosphere I'm talking about. Dudes are actually serious about that. Like that's a complete joke. I'm like,
that there's
a psycho if you're just sitting there listening to
there's
a baby
multiple
cry.
dudes that have done it
for sure.
Like not just dudes. There's multiple people that have done this, and I always like that's every time I've seen somebody post it, I'm like, some of these are not just doing this for the picture. Yeah. They're really doing it and committing to it, which is insanity.
Total insanity. And then then there's like articles that come out like health expert claims thrombosis can be like, you know, it's like, I guess like circulation or whatever, because guys like aren't getting up and peeing for like a flight from Singapore.
You've killed somebody. You've called somebody health.
We're comedians. That's what I want to do. I want to kill. So look out. I'm trying to get you in altitude. Look out.
Yeah. Anyway, we can.
Baby.
Killing even when he's not in the room. But yeah, dude, I mean, you and Hawk Tuah, biggest.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, me, exactly. I also coined Hawk Tuah.
Yeah, I know.
I
know. But no, man, congrats on this special. I mean, making anything is hard, but man, a comedy special that looked as good as it did. And
dude, it was incredible. ATC rips, All Things Comedy.
How did you get involved with those guys?
Through Chad and JT.
Okay.
Their podcast got picked up by them.
Uh-huh.
I would go guest on their show, and then after that, pitched into my own show and got in there. So.
They seem like dudes that, I mean, you guys are all kind of kindred spirits. Like, you guys have got it. You got such a fun view on life. And you know, raw doggy is a joke, but it is kind of like it is very poetic and meditative. And it's like, with everything happening in the world, it is kind of like, how can we raw dog life sometimes?
True. Sometimes we do just got to unplug. It's kind of what we're talking about, dude. Yeah. Just freaking go chill, go cook for a little bit, get rid of the media.
Yeah.
You know, like all the different mediums that we have coming out of our brain. Like,
dude,
it's good to unplug.
It's too much sometimes.
Except for this pod, baby. Listen.
Yeah. This is actually good for your mental health.
This is good for you, dude.
Good for your mental health.
Listen to this in the jungle. Go to the jungle. Go to Guatemala. put on a podcast. with
We
like-minded
support
fellows.
Guatemala. We want to emphasize we love
Yes.
Guatemala.
Wear a shirt, no pants.
Love them. I love all of the Guatemalans that view the show. The analytics are through the roof.
Yeah, we're gonna tag this location as Guatemala. Dude, let's get a green screen back here and just have us like sipping warm coffee.
One guy on his
and
computer is
just-
constantly like, what video
yeah.
is made around here? Finally!
Yeah, dude. My VPN to hide my internet search from my wife is Guatemala.
Do you this is appealing the
What do I search on the internet? Yeah.
Do you I still use private browsers?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
That's rooted in such like your mom's gonna look at your internet cookies.
For sure, but I still do it, dude. I'm worried there's a team of FBI agents just out to be like, this guy likes to search.
What is he looking up?
Yep. Loving husband and wife, making love, missionary.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's
guy,
what I'm
Guy cries.
I
post nuts.
need making love. I'm not looking for fuck vids. I'm looking for like I want sensual making love.
Yes.
That's all I'm searching. And
Look, at me as a guy, I have no cock, Shane. As a guy with no cock, I want to see a woman being pleased.
What'd you call it, a
by-
dinger,
by
though,
a
earlier?
Jiu-jitsu instructor. What's that?
What'd you call it earlier? A dinger?
Oh, my dong. My dink.
Your
My
dink.
dink.
Your little
My dink.
dink.
My
Yeah.
little dink. My pickleball. My wiener's named after a pickleball.
And it's also Rocco. Is that Rocco's Modern Life's dog?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Is it
Dink.
Dink?
He's technically saying cock every time he calls his dog.
Yeah, I mean, I think we need to get. Hey, it's all back to the basics with you. It's like back in the day, we could watch Scrambled Boob on Channel 72, and that was enough. And now it's getting out of control for kids. What we're urging on Content today is that kids get back to the basics and watch videos of lovemaking, and not kids. Sorry. Let me rephrase that.
Yeah.
What we need to get back to is like if you're exploring adult entertainment, get back to the basics. We need to get back to the basics.
Exactly. You don't start, if this is a hiking analogy, you don't start climbing K2.
No.
You do moderate,
It's a slippery
low
slope.
grade. Yeah, exactly. It could be a very slippery slope. Yeah, you are right. You are right.
What did you make content when you were a kid?
We did in high school I did a video production elective sophomore year, and actually a Spanish video, I would say.
Oh,
was probably the first time where I was like, this is so much fun. And my
what
buddy,
did you do?
We did a video that was called I forget what it was, but it was like you remember those And One mixtapes?
I believe so.
Like,
Yes.
it was
Yeah. Yeah.
We did like Spanish dialogue where like I challenge a guy to a one-on-one competition, and because me and my buddy Brooks played basketball, and Brooks, funny enough now, is an amazing DP, works in like advertising, like
Oh no shit.
is an incredible filmmaker, and it was him and I doing the project, and I loved like being on camera, so it was like kind of what we loved doing, and I remember that was the first video. Our Spanish was horrendous in it. I think we used Google Translate, and it was bad, so we probably got a C. But the video was sick, and a banger, and the class loved it. They're like, "This is rad." We had one of my guys, freshman year of high school, and kids don't do this, actually drinking a real beer in the video, like which was hilarious too. And we're like, "Dude, that's a real beer that he drank."
That's so. And he didn't get in trouble.
Didn't get in trouble or whatever. Like, yeah, it was great. He like played a guy like a spectator watching it. Was like. And like had a Corona, and it
That's
was like
so.
and teacher didn't say it. We're like, oh, yeah, no.
I had a teacher one time where I was showing because I showed videos constantly in school, and one of the videos I did I showed was a friend drinking a glass of green tea, and she got so pissed, turned off the tape. She's like, she's drinking beer. I'm like, it's green tea. And she's like, I'm not fucking stupid. I know that was a beer, and it was legit a green tea. Same teacher too. This was my Spanish teacher who I spoke about in actually a recent episode. But this Spanish teacher. I had to make a video at the end of the year like you did, and I was such a little shithead in this class, and I was like, because all she said was like, make a video about Spanish culture, like or Latin culture, and I was such a shithead that I was like, oh my God, is this? I mean. I have progressed in life, so I want to just like lay out that blanket statement.
Space.
I was a shithead little kid
On the internet for everyone to see. This
This is the safest space you could be.
Very safe, yes.
But I said, hey, Teach, if I make a video dressed like Ricky Martin and I go and sing "Livin' La Vida Loca" at Taco Bell,
That's great.
will that count as a video that highlights Spanish culture? And she's like, yeah, okay, yeah. And I called her bluff, and I did it, and
You really did?
I really did it, and I'll show it. But like, She gave me 100.
Really?
She gave me 100. So
For
I don't
bravery.
know. I don't know if it's worth more on her or on me, but she did give me 100.
Dude, well, you know what's fun? That video is like, that probably on TikTok would do well. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if like doing that, be like, okay, great, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that would be
I don't
great.
know, man. Looking back on it, I'm like, man, it was a
little bit rough.
A little rough. But
Like,
I mean,
you know, as an effort to highlight culture, no. But as like, just like
for sure.
But as like a prank of being like, hey, Ricky Martin,
Guatemalan, I love you.
Yes, we love you. Encanto, if I've learned anything. Encanto.
Encanto is a movie.
Yes.
I think.
This is.
Okay. Pivot.
Heavy pivot. Yeah,
Let's take a heavy pivot. What is the big goals for you in this fucking crazy business? Like,
dude, my buddies and I were working on trying to sell a show right now.
Awesome.
Based on, they say, write what you know. It's based on our hometown. It takes place at the beach. Super fun.
where are you from originally?
So Orange County, California.
Oh, so you're out here native.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Grew up in SoCal, born and raised. Not that good at surfing. Sorry.
No, me
I
neither.
longboard. Bummer. Where are you from again?
Florida.
Florida? Oh, nice. Mm-hmm. So, dude, just like want to sell a show. Like I was saying, like want to just be. That's been the move. Is like to be on and writing a scripted series. I do a lot of unscripted stuff that's fun, like prank style stuff, which is fun. But I'm like, I'm getting closer to 40, and I'm like, I don't want to be messing around with like it's kind of like, I don't know, has this lost its charm, but maybe it'll take on something else where it's like so sad that it becomes funny. I don't know. I'm open for anything, but just like the Joel Osteen impression that I did when I went and crashed out event, people were like, dude, that was brave. That was courageous.
Dude,
I'm
insane.
I'm like, that was just desperation. I was like, dude, I've been auditioning. I keep getting rejected. I can't even book commercials. I'm like, I got to do something different. And it hit, and it ended up being good because I got meetings with managers and that type of stuff.
But it's
out
not
of
a
it.
sustainable type of content.
No, exactly. It's not, and it's not the type of content I want to be doing overall. Like I would do a scripted series, like Righteous Gemstones is out, maybe like something along those lines, because that's amazing. But yeah, dude, the goal is just to, and maybe it's shifting. I don't know. Maybe people like to take in content like on their phone like that, or people watch YouTube now. Like maybe it'll be a YouTube show, but just kind of going back to making buddy. Like I love working with my buddies Chad and JT. Like if we can sell a show together, be writing it and working on it, and kind of have like as much creative freedom as we can. Great. Doesn't even need to be like, we don't need to be making bajillion dollars, but like something where I could hang up the valet shoes and stick to that. Awesome.
Dude, I mean,
and then touring. I love doing stand up. Whenever I get to go on the road with the dogs, that's the dream. A show plus traveling, doing live shows would be the dream.
100%. I could see you guys doing something like Tires, Shane Gillis' show.
Yeah.
Very I mean, so easy to create something like that. And the only thing that, I have so many things I want to make, and I'm like kind of shifting back because this year I put a lot of focus in like trying to produce like some comedy shows and get something that, like, again, I want to be accepted somewhere or on a massive scale. So it's like I was trying to, this past year, like put a lot of focus into like finding a comedy home out here again, because I had it at IO, and since then I feel like I've been kind of looking for it. So I put a lot of focus this year into, all right, I want to like make some kind of comedy show where my friends and we can like have a place to always go to. And it's like, I did it, but I always left a little like, my expectations with everything I do are always out of the roof. I'm always managing expectations, but I always left producing comedy shows right now with feeling like the juice is never worth wasn't always worth the squeeze. But I think after the most recent one I did, I think I just kind of came to the peace of mind in that, all right, I'm going to like shift my focus back to the reason I'm out here. And I really want 2025. I want to either make a feature or some shorts. This is my wife, Gabby.
Hey, Gabby, how are you?
You're good, baby.
You too. I love your guys' videos, by the way.
Oh, thank you, dude.
You guys are great.
Thank you. But I want to get back to like the reason I'm out here, which is make films, make shorts, whatever. I can't keep waiting for someone to come help me make them.
Yeah, exactly. You got the onus is on you. And if you have that like initial drive and a fun idea, people will see it and they'll come and be like, they're going to want to get in on that. And then, dude, like, producing a comedy show, like a live comedy show, It's tough.
So
It's
much work,
scheduling.
dude.
I had to sadly bail on you because I got called for work
Yeah,
out of
yeah,
town.
it's all good.
That happens, but like every time that happens, like I've never put on a show where it's been like, okay, it's booked. Every time, at least one person will drop. Like, then you gotta find replacements. It's like, and then selling tickets. It's a hustle. It's like like selling insurance. Come see my show. Come see my show. It's like, damn, dude.
I can't.
Come on, bro.
The part I hate the most is like begging, not begging, but like the process of like going through your friends and texting all of them, and like it's like a part of it that I can't stand. Like,
you know what though? We got to start loving it because, and here's how we do love it.
Please.
Is speaking of your content and the mindset, I'm getting invited to a ton of parties that are unfun. 1-year-old birthday parties.
You're getting invited to a lot of
9-year-olds recital. A lot of my friends are having kids. A lot of my siblings, they've got.
Love you.
I shouldn't say love that. That's what it's all about right there. That's the content stuff right there, dude. Come on, bro. And freaking dank.
You notice she didn't say anything.
Like,
she tell me love me.
No. She said. I think she said F you. I think no.
Yeah, she said fuck you. Heard you talk shit on
Kinda rhymes.
Guatemala.
Yeah, exactly.
Tensed up when you said it. It's really tensed up.
Yeah.
It's all right. 1-year-old birthday parties.
So I'm like, dude, this is revenge to get back at them. I'm like, I need, and granted, our shows are fun and they're great, but I'm like, I need unfun stuff to invite people to. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna sign up for a chess club and be like, hey, come to my chess match this Friday, because I need to even the table.
We're spoiling these people with these invites.
You get to we have cheap beer and you get to laugh.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Or God forbid you don't laugh that much and you go, I still had a night out and there's a good restaurant
sorry.
next door. Oh, I want to go to your 1-year-old's party that they'll never remember at the worst time. Hey, want to come out at the hottest point in the day and stand in the sun? No.
Dude, you're on to something.
Want to wear a collared shirt? No.
We need to throw a lot of those unfun invites at people so that when we do invite them to the comedy show, to the good shit, they're like, please.
I got a good one for you. Exactly. And I need to just think of like, what is this more unfun shit? Like, I mean, hey man, having a moving party. Everyone grab a piece of furniture.
Pizza.
We're moving it. Yeah, exactly. Come hang out. Hey, we're gonna do popcorn reading this Friday. Want to come over? Or even more alarming, just call up a buddy I haven't seen in a while and be like, hey dude, one-on-one hang this weekend. Just come over. Sit too close to me on my couch.
Raw dog hang.
Yeah, raw dog hang. Yeah, dude, we're gonna do
no
a raw,
TV.
Yeah, dude. Do you imagine? Come over for a raw dog, no music.
Crisscross applesauce
no
on the couch
water.
looking at each other.
Yes.
No water.
Just gonna stare at each other. We're gonna optimize, dude. Dude, we're gonna come out of this meeting. We're gonna send such good emails.
Rob Deerdeck optimize that hangout.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Oh man,
that's
you're onto
hilarious.
something here.
I'm thinking I got to do that.
Yeah, my mind went in a billion different places just then. We were back to making the fucking invites.
Yeah, dude.
Something they're like, please.
It's not easy, dude. It's like, man, it can be, and now we have good shows. Like, you're funny. You are established. Like, you've done good stuff. You've got TV credits. Like, I would like to come see your show. I was a stranger. I don't even know you. So
you'd think.
Yeah. But early on, it's so tough, dude. Like, when you're doing like open mics, then you get your 5-minute slot at like, I used to do shows at Flappers all the time. I actually still like Flappers.
Flappers is great.
Actually, I have 2 shows at Flappers this weekend. Tickets on the link to my website. Tickets at my website.
But it was tough, man. And growing up in OC, for those listening all over the globe, you got to fight that SoCal LA traffic. It's like 60 miles. Like, it's a big ask, asking someone to come to a show.
But I remember what I was going to say, but I'll go back. I infinitely enjoy doing shows out of Los Angeles more than here.
Dude, for sure. It's the best, dude.
I mean, I love LA. It's my home right now. But, man, crowds, any crowd, you go anywhere, even in Pasadena at the Ice House, you leave Los Angeles, it is such a better time.
Yeah, the Ice House is fun. They redid
Ice House
it.
is such a good
San Diego's great, dude. I love San Diego.
I don't know why I looked at you. I thought
We were gonna do one.
you were there emotionally. We were supposed to do a show at another place, but I did the Laugh Factory in San Diego. Had such a great time.
Yeah.
San Diego is awesome.
And the Madhouse right down there, which is like an old Elks Lodge. It's an interesting room like that. It's an odd place.
I don't know why when you were talking about everything in a few moments ago, I started thinking about, you said something about helping somebody move or something.
Yeah.
Are you at the point in your life where like I physically can't move
Correct.
anyone anymore?
Correct.
Can't move myself anymore.
Yeah, because you're a strong guy.
Yeah, but my back is gone for days.
Yes, it's done.
Because I'm not the smart. I've been told my whole life, lift with your legs, not with your back.
I know, but then you get tired, and you know what? The legs get tight, and so then you go to the back.
Yeah.
Highest compliment I've ever been paid. I was walking my dog down the street the other day, and there's this dude who has like a bunch of old cars in his driveway like, on my block, and he's like, "Hey, can you help me move this alternator?" And he's like, it's too heavy for me. He looked at me just walking my dog, thought I could handle that.
Yeah.
I looked at him, I go, no chance, bro. My back's killing me. I go, good luck, bro.
I want to.
And I do ballet, like I can't throw my back out. Like I can't risk
You're
that.
done for days.
Yeah. So, but it was a nice compliment. But yeah, no, dude.
What's the
hiring
move
movers.
if your friend calls you and they're like,
I go, are you out of your
any
mind?
excuse?
No, yeah, you out of your mind. I immediately, I go, don't you know me? You've known me this many years. We must not be that good of friends to think you'd think that I could be the guy. I go, you need me to like help you call movers? I'll do that. I can dial them for you. Like, dude, there's no, yeah, bro. And you see these movers come, it's like young dudes. It's like, but also it's fit Eastern Euro dudes. I had a dude help me move a few years back. It was like a Eastern Euro guy. And I was like, oh, do you want me to help you? He goes, no, get away. He's like, he goes, I box. And I was like, incredible, dude.
I mean, if you're those dudes that are like, that's their daily job, they're strong on another level.
Correct. It's like all real dad.
And it's not, you look at them and it's not always like the Jack Pro Wrestling looking guys. That's just fucking core dad strength, man. Like, man, God bless those dudes that like that is their, but I feel like it probably was hard for them at first, and then you find a way to do it. And they've got all of the devices and the contraptions, and they're smart about it versus like, hey Shane, you should probably stretch. No, I'm not going to stretch.
Yeah, exactly. No, dude, I'll buy you some Chipotle after this. Like that's no, dude. Those days, as soon as you hit 30, that should be.
I got a shout out to my boy Johnny. In 2013, he helped me move, which I thought was only going to be a half day thing, and ended up being a full day thing. And still to this day, that creeps into my mind. So I got to shout out my boy Johnny for that move in 2013. It was also so bad because I was at the 6th floor of this apartment complex out here. And that alone already is tough. The elevators were broken that day.
Oh, yeah, bro.
So we had to carry everything downstairs. It was also cold. It was like everything was thrown against us. And I paid him, but it still, I know, wasn't enough.
It's not enough.
And I haven't spoke to him since. And
your relationship ended, dude.
Yeah, he's like, ended. Fuck this guy.
Yes.
Before I get, so this, Content is also like a show that I like to try to find a kind of an organic way to make a little piece of content together. We're already kind of doing that, obviously, with this. But before we do that, that is my childhood camera. So I want you to look into that camera real quick and tell your childhood self something that it might need to hear.
Okay, what up, Strider? You're not going to be the athlete you thought you were going to be. That's okay. That's okay. Your athleticism relied on quickness and good vision, which is tough to coach, and honestly, an innate skill. So good on you for having that. But when your quickness leaves you, just hang up the cleats soon because it's going to save you from bruising your rib and pick up basketball on your 30th birthday and ruining bowling that night.
Dude, how do you feel?
Excellent. I think I needed to hear that message. I think a lot of dudes, I think there's an alarming amount of dudes. I was arguing with my wife. I love to just pick a random topic and argue with my wife for no reason.
Yeah, and it's healthy.
Yeah, because it's very healthy. It's the only thing that makes me happy besides going around in parking lots and taking people's spaces, then going, what? What? And that's it. Is I like to pick a random topic and I go, and my wife, I go, do you think guys, like the majority of males, like guys our age, like still think they could go pro? Like, do you think like if just the fantasy element of being like, well, if I didn't have to work and I did have training and like a nutritionist, I could probably like get in on some snaps in the NFL. Yeah, I'd be like, and I was like, I'm like, no one thinks that. And then I keep asking dudes all this stuff, and they're like, every dude's like, I probably
dude,
like a few snaps.
I'm currently going through it. Yeah. In 2 instances, I was recently watching World Series, and there was a voice that creeped in my head like, you used to play baseball.
Bro.
Come on. How hard is it?
Dude, exactly.
And then I immediately was like, who are you? Get out of my head.
Exactly, dude. I went for a jog, and then I was like, "Oh yeah, no, I remember. This is how my body works." I saw professional. Sorry to cut you. I saw professional soccer in Vietnam. This was like a decade ago when I was in my late 20s, and I saw them playing. And I was like, "This is like a Division III league of pro sports." I'm like, I could be out there. And then afterwards, we met the athletes. They're all like hunking, hulking, like unbelievably healthy, dude. I'm like, I would get my ass handed to me on a tray, like but this hubris. Hubris.
And then I don't know if you know, I used to be involved in professional wrestling.
Yeah, dude.
And so there's still a part of me every time I watch, and I'm kind of actively pursuing a path back in. And I don't know what it looks like. I don't know that it's like a full-time, professional wrestler, but there is undeniably a voice in my head that's like, okay, so you're 38 now. Most wrestlers, they go now until they're like mid-50s. If you played it smart, you could maybe even get to 60. Like, you got a good 15 years left in you, like whatever.
Dude, I love that, bro. And you know what? Here's the thing. You train, you get your chance. And like, what's that country song? It's like, not as good as I once was.
Ain't as good as I once. Well, I don't know the other part, but I know that part.
It's like, but as great as I ever was once. Could have that, bro. You could have your moment.
Hey, man, well, maybe I'll look back in a year on this clip and be like, as I'm WWE fucking champion.
Exactly, dude. And I'll be like,
you walk me to the ring. And
I'll be your hype guy. I'll be like the manager guy who like, you sign the papers. I'm like, he's not signing the papers unless you agree that he does this other absurd thing. And you're
but we invent a new like form of wrestling, the raw dog technique, where it's like no violence. It's just you and I sitting here figuring out our problems.
Dude, and it'd be so fun for your partner that you're wrestling with to like lose their mind because they're like,
wait, what?
You go to pin him or something and you can't. Yeah.
Sit with me.
And like your whole thing is like win the crowd. Like you have the piece. And like if he does go to pin you like that, like the crowd will turn on him. You know what I mean?
A non-violent pro wrestler.
Dude, it would be a genius move.
I think that is the move. And it's the move the world needs right now with all the chaos that's happening. I think I want to hear your thoughts on a piece of content, but like I'm sure you've done variations like as Raw Dog Captain. You've done you've done probably a lot of pieces of content on podcasts and whatnot about like not only how like taking your expertise that you have learned through raw dogging and on an airplane, but raw dogging different parts of life and the benefits that you can gain from it.
Yes.
With everything that's crazy in the world, we're like also heading towards what I feel is also can be some of the most turbulent times of the year, the holidays for families and like that kind of thing. So it's like I want to make we can move around and reshoot it in a different location if we want, but like a piece of content that's like a PSA or a tutorial or something of how to like raw dog the holidays in 2024.
I think it's great because politics, grandpa's opinion, everyone's opinion comes up at the Thanksgiving dinner table. I think if you raw dog Thanksgiving and just maybe pour yourself a bowl of grape nuts when that big feast is in front of you, no liquid in it, and just chew like a chip of tooth maybe, and just say nothing and make no eye contact with anyone at the dinner table, that's going to say a lot.
Yeah.
Sometimes saying nothing says a lot.
Yeah.
And raw dogging can do that.
Yeah.
That's maybe an instant.
I think that it could be like I don't know, I want to hear how we could like format this, but I envision it just simply being some kind of like PSA or something.
Okay, I like that. Like something around chaos in the holiday season, and how do we, you're traveling a lot this year. Lines are going to be long. You might get felt up in TSA. Maybe that's the most action you've seen in weeks.
A lot of noise. There's a lot of noise.
Yeah, a lot of noise. How do you cancel it, drown out the holiday noise? Yeah, like when holiday cheer turns to fear.
Holiday fear. I'm here to tell you that there's an answer.
Yeah,
this is my friend Strider Wilson.
Hi,
Raw Dog Captain.
Thank
you step in.
Yeah, I step in. Welcome. It's,
or maybe it's like a buy our tape, buy our tutorial. Like maybe it's like a video. Like so, it's like a infomercial potentially.
That's good. Of how to like.
We're gonna teach you in 20 easy steps how to raw dog Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Or the benefits of raw dogging Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you don't have to eat. One, you're going to be jacked. You're not going to have no tryptophan. You're not going to sleep.
Or it's all tryptophan, only turkey.
Yeah, that actually makes more sense.
So it's like just raw dog turkey, so you pass out quicker.
Yeah, that's it. That's a great idea. Exactly. Get that tryptophan in you immediately. Just turkey and then whiskey sours, and then just be out cold on the couch.
We could also do it in a way where you're like asking me questions like, Shane, what are the best parts of Thanksgiving? The Thanksgiving nap, the
touch football game,
the Macy's Thanksgiving Day
parade, the game that's always on, the football. It's always the Lions and like the Cowboys. The NFL Classic.
What is and then you could also pose the question, and what is your least favorite things about Thanksgiving?
Travel.
Family arguments over the politics.
Yes.
Here's your solution. We want you to raw dog Thanksgiving. And what we mean by that is cut out all the noise, cut out all the bullshit. You don't need the cranberry sauce. You don't need the mashed potatoes. I want you to pile a fucking plate of turkey.
Yes.
I don't want you to shove a plate. I don't know.
Shove a plate of turkey. As soon as the turkey's carved, start eating.
Take it for yourself.
Yep. During grace, start eating. Let them say grace. You take your own.
You're going to want to do that when they're not looking.
Mm-hmm. Have it eaten already. Then you go, oh man, I got to lie down. Everyone gets that. Hey, I just got to lie down.
Yeah.
And just go and lie down on the middle of the floor in the living room. Don't choose the couch. Just spread eagle on the floor down there and just make everyone deal with you.
Yes.
Have to be dealt with this holiday season.
What I'll do is we can shoot this over here. I'm going to go and put on like a suit jacket and a wig and be more of like I'll be like the hosty infomercial guy, but you're the spokesperson, and I'll bring you in and like, maybe we're selling a product on how to survive this year's Thanksgiving.
I think that's nice.
Cool. All right, let's set up. You know what song has been stuck in my head for weeks is Another Day in Paradise by Phil Collins.
Great song.
Dude.
It's a great song.
Maybe it's like I need it right now.
Yeah.
Because it is so calming to me.
Dude. Phil Collins
it's just that little tune. Dun, 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 dun.
I'm listening to that on the drive home.
Kyle, I was going to use your glasses, but no, I think I'm good. See,
those look pretty good, actually. Those
might work, actually.
Yeah.
All right.
It's very spokesman. This is very like, you own a product.
Okay, and...
Hi. You're afraid. I can feel it. The holidays are coming up. Already are a tumultuous time for the American people. But especially right now, more than ever, it's going to be tough. And that's why I'm very excited to tell you that I have your solution that you need going into this holiday season, more specifically this Thanksgiving. I think Thanksgiving more than ever is a tough time for people. Got all these political views, all of these wants, all of these needs, and the hunger's at its highest. The night before you're getting plastered. Understandably so that your belly is ready for the feastings of the next day. But is your heart ready? Is your mind ready? And is your soul ready? I have the solution you're looking for. My friend and yours, Strider Wilson.
Thank you so much for having me on, Shane. This holiday season, this Thanksgiving, we both have devised a method to quell the political turmoil or whatever holiday stress, or when that holiday fear becomes, when that holiday cheer becomes holiday fear.
Oof.
And what you're going to do is you're going to raw dog Thanksgiving.
We want you to raw dog Thanksgiving. Strider Wilson here is the raw dog captain. You have seen him before. You've seen all of the sheep that have raw dogged on airplanes, but have you thought that there might be more in life you could raw dog? Well, there is. And first and foremost, Thanksgiving 2024.
We're asking you, once you get off that plane, and travel's going to be difficult, not only you've raw dogged your flight, now you sit at the Thanksgiving dinner table and you're actually going to be a raw dog. Your family's going to have to deal with you.
Now, Strider, I know people at home are probably wondering, what does this look like? What does this mean? Because on a plane, it's very simple. You stare at the map the whole time. What does it mean to raw dog Thanksgiving?
It means exactly as it sounds. You are going to take that turkey meat as your family pet would do and eat it. Eat the entire turkey. Eat
the whole turkey?
The whole thing, Shane. Leave the sides and the stuffing. You know, you're not a wild animal. Still, eat the turkey, then pass out. Throw up in the middle of the living room. Take a shit right there in the kitchen. And let me tell you what, Grandpa's opinion on the border, it's now second fiddle.
Ain't gonna matter. You ain't gonna hear it. You're gonna cut out all of the noise at Thanksgiving and get down to the basics. What are the best parts of Thanksgiving? The Thanksgiving nap, the parade. That's pretty much fucking it.
Yep.
We are getting down to the basics. You are going to shovel as much Thanksgiving turkey into your mouth as you can, as quick as you can. And when a very convenient way of doing that is when the grace begins to happen and everyone shuts their eyes. Because if you are shoveling turkey in your mouth at an abnormal speed and rate, you're going to get looks. You're going to get questions. We want to avoid that at all possible. So taking advantage of when the eyes are closed and the praises are raised is a good and good enough time for anybody to shovel some turkey in that gullet of yours.
And Shane, it's a difficult time. Oftentimes I talk about Thanksgiving as, hey, my yearly review with the family. What have you done creatively?
What are you thankful for?
What do you think? Yeah. Oh, what are you thankful for? Pop quiz. Hey, shut up. How about that?
Hey, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. But it's tough to say that. You don't want to hurt your relationships. What's easier? Bring in a dead animal from outside, just like a dog would. A small animal, preferably already dead, a possum that you found, or maybe a field mouse that an owl couldn't
Strider,
quite
what
finish.
is the benefit of that exactly?
Your family's gonna be like, whoa, we have to address this. Guess what? Your yearly review gets pushed down the road.
Cut out the noise.
No one's gonna ask you, why did you get promoted? No one's gonna ask you,
what did you vote for?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. They're not going to ask your opinion on that. They're not going to ask you, hey, will you please carve the turkey or say a special blessing this year? That's pressure that I don't need or want.
I don't want canned cream corn.
No. Heck no. And then, you know what? Oftentimes the football game, it's meandering, it's slow. You got to answer questions. You got to explain the rules. Okay, well, what is a catch? What is it? Shane, what is an athletic first step?
I couldn't tell you.
I don't know, and I don't want to find out. So what am I going to do? I'm going to just rub my body on all the furniture butt naked.
I love that.
Just like a dog would.
I love that. And Strider, what is the benefit of that?
That's going to keep you from having to talk sports and answer questions with, you know, an uncle, a third uncle, or a schmoll aunt who just went through her third divorce. Guess what? Her hair is orange this time. Great.
You want to cut out the noise from all your small aunts.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, I know we're throwing a lot at you right now. You're sitting at home and you're like, there's just so much. How can I prepare? I need a guided tutorial on how to properly do this because I don't want to mess up.
No.
I want to do this right. Well, we have a solution for you. Call the number on the screen. Call the number on the screen. We have experts waiting to walk you through this step by step.
Us.
Just us two. Just us.
We're the two experts.
The number will call my phone directly.
Yes, his direct.
Now, Strider, if you're the type of person, and a big reason you might be looking at this is you don't want to communicate. You want to silence the noise. So if you don't want to talk to us, we also have something for you too.
That's correct.
We have home videos. We have 14 easy to watch DVDs.
Yes. They are also in Blu-ray. If you have a Blu-ray player.
No, they are actually not.
Oh, they're not Blu-ray. We didn't actually get that.
We don't have
okay, they're
we didn't.
just DVD.
Straight standard DVD.
All
720 by 480.
In single boxes. It's not like the Band of Brothers box set where it folds out nice and cool. This is 14. It's a big stack.
Big old stack.
It's gonna be big. You're gonna need to sign for it. You're gonna have to be home when it's delivered.
Yeah, you're gonna have to sign off for it. We ain't gonna just trust that somebody's not gonna snag this.
Yeah, this information is not for everybody, okay? And here's the best part. You don't have to do anything we just said. You should buy the DVDs. You should definitely get them delivered. They're pretty expensive, cash only. Mail us the cash.
Past that, we don't care.
Yeah, past that, whatever you want to do, that's on you. You can also just sit pretzel leg in the middle of your living room the entire Thanksgiving. You can also just do that.
And literally say nothing. That's also a move. That's also a move you can pull this year. Pass buying our stuff. We don't give a shit about you. Yes. We don't care about you.
I don't care. I care about me and I want the money.
That's all I care about. And also, I don't want to hear it though. If you have a bad Thanksgiving and didn't try what we told you to do, I don't want to hear it.
No, there's no liability. Full guarantee this might not work. I fully guarantee that
I fully guarantee that this is not going to work 100%.
Correct.
That is our 100% guarantee on the box.
That's what we do. Because when it comes to raw dog and Thanksgiving, Shane and I, we have fully guaranteed that this 100% probably might not definitely work.
Now, these same things can be applied to Christmas. These same things can be applied to your Easter lunch.
Yes.
All you got to do is buy the sticker and put it over the name Thanksgiving on this box. It's the same principles can be applied to any holiday. You're fucking welcome.
Exactly. Fucking
Bitch.
welcome. Yeah.
You stupid bitch.
Hey, bitch, buy it.
I mean, my go-to comedy is always anger.
Dude, anger is literally the best. It's so funny. Bitch.
You bitch.
Buy this, bitch. Dude, we're great car salesmen. We come up, buy the Subaru, bitch.
Yeah, pussy.
Pussy, do you off-road? Buy it.
Let's do that real quick, too. We're car
cool.
salesmen now. All right.
Hey, welcome to Glendale Subaru, bitch.
Hey, bitch, are you looking for... Glendale Subaru. Hi, my name's Jason.
Hey, and I'm Kevin.
And we are part owners of Glendale Subaru. Here to tell you, bitch, come buy a car.
Yeah, you don't off-road, bitch? Get in a Subaru and find out if you can off-road, bitch.
Are you a pussy that's been...
That's great. Are you a pussy who's afraid of APR and interest rates? Make more money and buy a car, bitch. Deal with it.
Are you a little sissy twat that doesn't have a car? Are you full of just piss? Get a car, you dumb bitch.
Hey, all dudes out there with no cocks. Cruise into Glendale Subaru and get a car. Maybe you'll get a cock once you buy it.
And maybe when you show up, we are for sure going to point at you and call you a bitch.
And here's the thing. If you're out there and you're a cool fucking dude who likes having sex with ladies, fucking get into our dealership right now because we're going to hook you up with a deal if you bring your old high school wrestling video and you show us a video of you pinning someone in under 3 minutes. Honestly, bring in your dad, pin him in front of us, and we're going to shave $1,000 off NPR.
And I'm going to shave his whole ass. Fuck your dad.
Yeah, here at Glendale Subaru, we'll fuck your dad.
I'm going to fuck your dad if you show up looking to buy a car. Come on down to Glendale Subaru, where the prices are about as good as your pussy.
Yeah, exactly, bitch.
I think that's as good as it gets. That's as good as it gets.
I love this show.
Everybody, thank you for watching this week. Our guest, Strident Wilson. Go check out his comedy special.
Check it out.
Making Memories on YouTube.
Yes, Making Memories, free on YouTube.
Free on YouTube. Go check it out, dude. This was so fun.
Thank you, dude.
So fun. We'll see you next time.
Dude, that's just the best, dude. So much fun.
Riffing.
Yeah.